Being that girl, this year's motivational trend gone viral. But what does it really mean to be that girl? Is that girl just an unobtainable internet persona, or is this something that anyone can achieve? These are the questions that need answers, and that's exactly what I'm going to find out today.
Welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, I am going to be exploring the that girl trend that's been going around on the internet. The that girl trend, according to Wikipedia, is someone that gets up at 5 a.m., meditates, drinks smoothies, has showers every day, journals, eats only healthy food, goes to the gym every day, and is successful. This stereotype is typically on TikTok and films, morning or night routines, and is likely rich too. So when I first saw this definition and broke it down into these characteristics, I realized right away that I definitely do not fit the cookie cutter that girl definition. I, for one, am very lazy when it comes to cooking food. I like to sleep in really late when I'm able to. I haven't been to a gym in over a year, and I'm living on a student budget, so, that lifestyle isn't all that out of the ordinary. I think it's really nice on the one hand that this trend is inspiring people to live more productive and healthy lifestyles, but on the other hand, it's important to manage your expectations. You can't possibly expect yourself to transform into this perfect embodiment of productivity and health overnight. So I think it's important for individuals to take stock of their own life and make decisions that work best for them and that are actually achievable. However, for the sake of this challenge, I'm going to be attempting to become that girl overnight. I'm really curious to see if these characteristics of the that girl is actually helpful to my lifestyle and if I'm able to even sustain it long term. So for the next 24 hours, I'm gonna try to be that girl. Let's get going.
Good morning. It's very early in the morning. Still feels like the middle of the night. I guess it's time to get up though. First thing on the agenda after waking up is, of course, to make my bed. I rarely make my bed every day, but I still think it's an important way to kickstart your productivity. Once my bed is nice and decorated, I get started on my skincare routine. A simple face wash and using moisturizer is the best way to go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning of being that girl. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already struggling to stay awake so early in the morning. There's a lot of different components that go into being that girl. Things like going for morning walks, eating healthy breakfast, making your bed, waking up early, journaling, all kinds of things. I already do most of these things, but never on a daily basis. So I think it'll be a fun experiment trying to combine all of these different things into one single day of activities. Besides, the point of doing this trend is to try to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And I know that looks different for different people because everyone is unique. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be this overnight type of transformation like I'm attempting today. This is specifically just an experimental tryout basis. But I do think it is very important to try to implement at least some of these things into your daily routine and just, trying to motivate yourself to be the best version of yourself alone can be very inspiring for a lot of people and can have a lot of different positive outcomes, I think. So to kickstart my day of being that girl, I'm going to drink a whole bunch of water very early in the morning and do a bit of journaling.
I usually stick to coffee in the morning, so changing that for water seems like a really healthy option. can't start journaling without a cozy atmosphere.
Alright, so now I'm gonna write in my journal a little bit. I'm actually the kind of person who really enjoys journaling. I've been doing it for years. I find it really cathartic to have a place where I can write down all of the daily events of my life as well as my feelings. Sometimes things can just get to be a bit much, and it's really nice to have a place where I can just write down everything that's going on in my head and be able to process that in a really healthy way, because I don't know, it just seems like sometimes life can get really overwhelming, and I think that's something we can all relate to. So I'm going to do one of my classic journal entries and try to stay hydrated in the process. Okay, so as you can see, I have gotten changed into something a bit more comfortable. My plan right now is to go out and have a morning walk. There is a really nice river right next to my apartment complex, so I'm just gonna go down there, see the birds, hear the fresh running water, sounds of nature, and get a good start to my day.
Remember to bring some water with you, and I decided to listen to a news podcast during my walk.
Okay, so I just finished doing my hair and makeup and actually put on a real outfit for once. Now, this outfit is nothing too fancy, but it's not pajamas, so it counts as a real outfit. So what's crazy is I've actually gotten completely ready for the day, hair, makeup, outfit, before even having breakfast. And that's something that I never do. I always have breakfast in my pajamas, like right after I roll out of bed. So while it does feel a bit unnatural to me, it's part of being that girl that you do a lot of stuff before you have breakfast, and I'm excited to try it out. So let's eat.
Today's menu included juice, omelet, fruit, yogurt, and coffee.
So a big part of being that girl is eating healthy. So for breakfast today, I decided to make some eggs, coffee, some bread, and some yogurt and fruit. Now, I would normally eat most of these things for breakfast regardless, the only difference being I would usually have something sugary as well, but not today. Gonna stick with the healthy items. So the game plan for the rest of the day is to eat this delicious breakfast, do some work on my internship report, maybe a bit of light reading in the mix there, and then if everything goes according to plan, I'm going to reward myself with a beach day with my friends. I think it'll be nice to have something to look forward to motivate myself to be productive for the rest of the day. So I just finished editing this section of my internship report that I had scheduled for today, and it's barely lunchtime. This is really surprising to me because usually I would still be eating a late breakfast and getting ready to work. I wouldn't already be finished at this time of the day. But that just goes to show you what you can accomplish when you get up at 5 in the morning. I will say though that it is a really good feeling to be done with work already so early so that I can focus on other things. So, you know, as much as it sucked waking up at 5 a.m. and suffering through feeling like I was gonna pass out, I now have the rest of the day free. So, you know, bit of compromise. Since I'm on this productivity streak today with working on my internship tasks, I thought I would take a break and do something productive. I decided I'm going to be doing some reading in my break. I, like a lot of you, was really into reading when I was younger, but as I got older, I gradually stopped. My life started being really busy with things like social engagements, work, homework, grad school. You get the picture. But for the sake of being that girl, I'm going to try to change that today and do a bit of reading. I actually got this book a couple months ago at a thrift store here in town. It is a piece of classical literature, all in Norwegian. I got it because I was going to try to practice some of my Norwegian language skills by reading a book. Although the level at the time was a bit advanced for me, I have since taken some language classes and I think I'm ready for it. So without further ado, I'm going to sit back and do some reading today. So I've been doing a lot of work today, and before I knew it, it's already lunchtime. Today for lunch, I'm going to be making vegetarian dumplings. So these aren't going to be made from scratch. I bought them at a store. So I guess my habit of being lazy in the kitchen is still a thing, but they're healthy. So I say that's a pretty good compromise for the challenge today. Okay, so now that lunchtime is over, I have changed my outfit into beach day clothes, and I'm going to reward myself by going to the beach and meeting some friends, because even that girl needs a break sometimes. But don't worry, I was already very productive today. I finished writing my report, I ate a lot of good food, I exercised, so I think this is well deserved. I've packed all of the basics. I've got my towel, my picnic blanket, sunblock, and water just in case we get dehydrated. And I'm just really looking forward to meeting my friends and relaxing for the rest of the day. Let's go. A relaxing beach day was exactly what I needed after a packed full day of productivity. In conclusion, I can see the appeal of becoming this super healthy, hyper-productive human being who seems to have their entire life figured out. But the truth is, I'd be faking it if I lived every single day of my life this way. That being said, I still think that I'm going to incorporate some of these that girl characteristics into my daily routine, like going for walks, journaling, and exercising. But I still plan on eating sugar and sleeping in. I guess the moral of the story is to try to be the best version of yourself you possibly can be without setting unrealistically high expectations for yourself. You're doing your best and that's okay. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.